Welcome back, folks. It is the Voice of Onewheel, brought to you, of course, by StreetShred.com. Give them a live shout-out right there in the beginning because they deserve it. Darn it, and so do you in the Social Media Lounge. Thank you for joining us. We know that you are ready for this today. You've been clamoring for it. Belly is back. He is ready to go. He was not here last time. He misses you. Belly, welcome to the show, man. Are you ready for this or what?
Is this where the show is?
Hey.
I lost it for a while. I don't even know where it went.
Been a hot minute since you hit a Zoom link.
I forgot. Lyle had to walk me through everything today just to get on here. Yeah, my brain is fried after working. I worked 65 hours in the last.
Yeah, you were missing in the last Pop episode too. We were just like MIA, but you know what? Belly shows up when he wants to, and he'll be here for the entire show today. Big run of show for the whole thing. We've got a group ride with the Iron Wheel Riders. They'll be on here in just a few seconds. They just rode like 265 miles around the big island of Hawaii. There's more than one island out there. We learned that last show. Of course, we've got a Float Life Fest 4 update from Justin Thompson. He'll be on in just a bit. And, of course, Skates for All. Dan Brown and Craig Namaumi are going to join the show. Man.
Craig what?
Come on, man. I went right through it. I was just trying to
Come
get
on,
through
Craig
it quickly.
what?
God, you're a dick. Craig Namaumi.
Craig what?
God damn it. All right, we'll get there. I'll let Lyle introduce him. But I want to start with everybody.
I'm going to go mute.
Wahula.
Wahula.
As I want to start today, listen, I'm glad that we're having fun. And there's a really negative post that I saw. And I wanted to start with this because I don't know if it deserves the negativity. A lot of times you see Future Motion getting bashed and blah, blah, blah. We're not here to do just that. But I want to get Jim Hertel is here on the show, of course, as I see him and introduce him. Jim, I'm going to start with you and your thoughts. Shut up, Lyle. What do you think? I want to get all your thoughts. Nate Fordged also joins the show. Listen, I'm shot out of a cannon. All right. This girl, Alexis Yabsley. Did anybody see what she wrote, Nate?
No, I don't think I did.
Jim?
Nope.
People, I love my one wheel, but the company sucks. I sent in my board for the reload pack, and they removed all my customizations, stole my tire for $100, and refuse to give me back my Coral Punk bumpers, $50. I've been on the phone and email and all over social media. It feels like they took my property, gutted it for stuff that they could resell, and then returned my board back to me completely stock. All you people at Future Motion, treat your customers better. We spend a ridiculous amount of money, and you can't even give us our accessories that we bought back from you. Honestly, this is the worst run company ever. Now, at first I was like, oh, I can't lead the show with this, Belly. But here's the thing, sir. Belly, I'm leading with you. A lot of the people in the comments section, how do you think they responded?
StokeLifeService.com.
That's what I said.
It's very true. But Lyle, what a lot of people...
What are you doing? StokeLifeService.com.
We are not here to bash Alexis by any means. Alexis, I feel for you. And a lot of people in the comments feel for you. But what a lot of the people were saying, Lyle, I wanted to get your take on this as you are a member of the Stoke Life Service and somebody that I'm going to take my board to. And if you're anywhere near the Northern Virginia or DMV area, you should take it to Lyle. But
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, well, sure. You do a good job. But, dude, a lot of the people in the comments were saying, isn't that kind of what you asked them to do? Because she sent it in for like a reload pack, and that's basically take off my shit and then put on some new shit and send it back to me looking cool as shit.
A lot of times a reload pack really is they're going to take your controller out, put it in a new rails and everything, and send it back to you.
But in a minute, because I want to move on in just a minute. Jim, do you think that she should get her accessories back?
Hey, yeah, of course. I would send the accessory back, but fine print, man. Sorry, those are already the secondary market and on eBay. Yep. If you want them back, you can go bid on them.
So that is unfortunately.
Who's reading fine print? Who reads emails? Who reads tweets? Come on.
Go back to the, if you want to listen to the Patrons Only podcast, we did that. Is email a form of communication that still works? I'll ask you that. In the social media lounge right now, do you read your email? If I were to email you something as your boss, are you reading it? I bet over 50% are no. We'll see what comes back. Just yes or no, and then Belly will tally it up. Somebody will tally it up. I don't know. But
I'm there. I'm there.
All right, Belly's got you guys. He's glad to be back. But he can't be doing that right now. So,
Thank
Jim, maybe
God.
you could take a look at that because I need Belly for something that's bugging him. What is the matter, sir? Before we get to the interview of the group ride, what are you upset about?
I wouldn't say upset. I just want to teach a little lesson in etiquette when it comes to bringing food to restaurants. Don't bring outside food to a restaurant. If you're going to a restaurant, you're going to experience the food that they have to provide for you. Don't go out to Shake Shack and then come sit in the restaurant. Try to sit in the restaurant where I need that table, whether someone's sitting there or not, whether the whole area is empty. You're not really spending any money with us to the point where we allow you to bring food in. And the other thing is, we can't guarantee that the precautions of allergies were taken in. We can't guarantee the quality of the food.
Belly, this segment doesn't work with your temperament being on air, Belly. You need to be where you're at in a pop. You need to get into a pop mode. I want to bring
Stoke to the show. If you really want me to get angry, come to the pop. That's where I get fired up. I get fired up in the pop. If you ever want to see me fired up, get that.
Okay.
There.
All right. Well, now we know. We've all learned. Listen, if you want the very much more animated version, I guess you're not getting it here.
No, Stoke only on the show all the time.
I love it.
So let's get to them.
Usually that's Nate fired up like that.
Nate, we've got to get to these guys, but before we do the Iron Wheel Riders, Lyle, we're good to go? It looks like just give me a thumbs up if we're good. Sounds good?
We're good, man. We're good.
Nate, can you just give us a tease of what's on the Forged top 3 before we do the group ride?
Absolutely. Of course, there's a little bit of Sendy nature from Floaty McFly. There's one that it definitely was getting shared around a little bit, but let's say a potential water hazard. Yeah, just when I first saw it, just your heart sinks when you see this kind of stuff, and you're like, oh no, I hope that board was okay.
Nate, is it safe to say your top 3 actually has 4?
I mean,
I got a better tease. No. I got a better tease.
Yes,
I got a better tease. I got a better one.
Yes, definitely. It's technically 3, but go ahead.
The water hazard isn't the worst fall.
No, it is not.
Oh, so it's about falls now.
Well, no.
Damn
That's not all the time.
All right, let's do it. I got to get to some people. Let's do this thing. I mean, they just rode 265 however miles around Miami, around Hawaii.
4's water hazards and mulligans, oh my.
Touchdown for Jim.
What, did he just put something in the social media lounge? What did he say? Say it.
4's water hazards and mulligans, oh my.
Oh my, very good. All right, well done. So let's get to them. This is John Carter and Preston Fauchot. Is Dustin with us as well?
Yes, sir.
I'm in here. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
Dustin,
sir.
Let's start with you, man.
Good
Did
morning.
you come back alive from this? How was the shower after the 280-mile ride, or however much it was?
Felt good. Felt real good. You know, just with the quickness that we did it. And there was one moment where I got to hit a little shower at one campground. So it was feeling pretty fresh the whole way, thankfully, because the weather too was really working with us, but not bad. You know, felt pretty fresh. It was quick, even though it was a big adventure, you know.
What was the best kind of the newest thing that you saw on this ride? Like, you know, you've obviously been around Hawaii for a bit, but, you know, on this ride, something that you've never seen that before. Did you ever have any of those moments?
I mean, just seeing what the board was really capable of in every kind of environment, and the body, you know, those were 2 things that were really surprising to me. And then, yeah, every time I go around this island, there's new spots. It's incredible, man. Been here for years and still finding beautiful new spots, observing it.
What do you mean when you say the body?
Just my body, you know.
Oh, how
just
your body.
Impressed how,
Very well.
how we could do that. That was just something that surprised me, is how much you could really push on the one wheel, and combined with the brakes and then the support of the good riders. You know, it's just like birds of one feather. You feel like you're like on a draft or ride on a bike where you could just keep going, and you know.
Very much so. I know exactly who it is, or how that is. Go ahead, Lyle.
Hey, so Dustin, whose idea was it to like take on this challenge to rip around the Big Island and not only start like where is a national landmark, you know, where Iron Man starts and finishes, but I mean, all of that is just super cool the way it's all connected. But whose brainchild was this?
I think that was John's brainchild. John and Preston were the two that got the stoke going, but John, I think, first, and then Preston, I believe, thought about starting at that landmark to just really like make it clear and make it in a spot where we all knew. But I don't know, guys, was that how it went? John and Preston?
Yeah, sounds about right. We all kind of got together real early to get pumped on this idea.
Well, who's the person in this group ride that was basically not leading the charge from like a administrative point of view, but like who was the ride leader where you would just look at them when you needed to know left or right, straight, stop, break time? Like who was in charge? Who was the father or mother of the group?
I think they might all have to keep up with John.
Is it John?
John. Thank you. And John made that special because he's just such a beast, always riding, and he really, by being the leaderboard, really kept the morale up and kept us safe by being the Hawkeye. You know, some of those times when we're riding in the middle of the night, which is some of the best of it, is you're really riding on faith. But, you know, on the main roads, you know that it's pretty clear. So it's like a real good combination of like, you know, in the moment, but also trusting that John can see.
All right. So then, John, can you tell us how Preston shows kind of fits into this? What kind of a rider was he on the long group ride, since we've got him right here too?
Preston, he'd be like in the middle of us. And yeah, he was just really good with, you know, like checking the battery stats and checking between both of us, making sure we're both all good.
Preston, are you the responsible rider of the group? Is that fair to say?
I felt like we're all responsible to each part, you know, that John was leading, Dustin was being the safety coordinator and looking back, making sure all the cars, incoming cars.
Well,
I just felt like I was just part of the ride, part of the float.
He's flying the drone while riding.
I was gonna say who's the cameraman? Okay, very good. But I guess take us through, because a lot of us haven't been to Hawaii, right? Like I've never been to Hawaii, so you know, can you maybe, Preston, take me through?
Yeah, Adam just learned that there's more than one island.
I mean, he's
Hawaii.
like the Big Island. I was like, yeah, Hawaii. I got it. Hawaii, the Big Island. I get it.
Yeah.
Not Alaska.
Yeah. So we're on the Hawaiian chain. There's how many islands on there? There's Big Island, Maui, Oahu.
No, but
There's 8.
just take us through,
There's
like, what
8
is it?
islands.
What is it like? You know, like, what am I gonna see? Am I gonna see? I'm used to seeing squirrels. What are you guys used to seeing that's probably gonna freak me the hell out?
Mongoose.
Mongoose. We got
Maybe a
mongooses.
crackhead here and there.
A crackhead? What does a mongoose even look like? Social media lines. Do you even know what a mongoose looked like? If I just pulled that up, I'm going to show it to you right now. I bet you don't. Belly, do you?
Red
bike
eyes,
that you
bro. They got the
get
red
when
eyes.
you buy one from Walmart, right? When you're like 10 years old, a mongoose bike, right?
Yeah, see, Nate's got it. Look at this. Nobody even knew.
What did we see? We saw a lot of
Mongoose
cows. One
bikes.
time we were riding through, and we were up in the hills in the pasture, and I put the headlight over, and there's just like 100 cows, glowing eyes, looking at us. You can't quite tell it's cows; it's just like glowing eyes out in the bush.
No way.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, see, this is what I want to know. What's it like riding at night? Are you safe riding at night? I'm terrified to ride around at night. Some of the people in the DMV area,
John, tell them.
they don't care. They'll ride around in the city. I'm like, whatever.
The night was
Yeah.
so fun, all clear. You can see the headlights
The
coming.
night ride was epic. Night ride was my first because it was like
Well, okay, so the sinking just caught up. John, take me through the night riding. Go.
The night rides were the best. We had some really long rides with no cars, the whole road open to ourselves. And if there was a car coming, you could see their light. But yeah, the nighttime rides, I think, is where we really covered the most ground.
Preston,
Oh, for real?
Preston, most memorable story from the ride. What do you got?
A dancer.
The dancer.
The dancer?
Dancer.
I think
Oh,
that
the one in
wins.
Hilo. You guys
Bro, there's so many
The
good
dancer.
moments, but the dancer in
That
Hilo
was-
was on top of
Well,
it.
take us through it. What the hell happened?
Dude, I forgot what that guy's name, but he was killing it out in the intersection. He's pretty much just in the intersection of cars driving by, and he's just doing his own thing, dancing.
So
Dude, just
for reference
But, like,
to you East
really
Coast
dancing.
dwellers, Hilo and Pahoa is kind of like a little eccentric towns, but it's kind of like the Key West of Florida, of like where the weird goes to get professional.
Yeah,
And
that's a good way to describe it, Lyle.
It's where the weird
absolutely.
goes to get professional. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, pretty much.
The guy was
Right.
going as hard as he could go, just right in the middle of the crosswalk, just all on his own headphones, just for the pure fun of it. No like tip jar. He's just like going off, dancing, twerking.
I'm showing the people right now of like picture of it. It looks like colorful villas with palm trees. Is that about right?
There's a lot of that all over different places. You got some of that. I think along the highway for the most part, there wasn't so much of that. It was but all over the island, there's different little beautiful areas like that, more
look
villa
at this
style.
Did you see any of these waterfalls?
We rode near some of those. We didn't go close, but definitely in those vicinity.
They crossed a bridge that waterfall leads to. That's Rainbow Falls, up Malka or up towards the mountain a little bit.
Yo, I gotta get now that okay. Can I just say, first of all, folks, I just want to let you know that I know I look a little bit.
Luch is going on vacation.
I'm out, man. I know I look ridiculous in I'm so white right now. I know that. I'm doing this because it's 70 degrees and I can feel summer right around the corner. So all of this with waterfalls and seeing them right around in Hawaii and mongooses. I'm going on a trip, man. I gotta go somewhere.
Come ride. One thing I do want to tell everybody is that we wanted to maybe do a little disclaimer to people that the ride was incredible and they're very doable, but also incredibly dangerous. And just by having everybody working together, we were in a safer position. But there's very thin shoulders in a lot of those sections, and just to communicate to all the enjoying riders out there, there's plenty of good rides, but that one I almost wouldn't recommend unless somebody was really on it and had a team, just to be straightforward about it.
You almost need
I have a legit question. Actually, we tried to touch base with you guys last week, and you guys were down in Lapahoehoe. Those that are familiar with the Big Island know of the 3 horseshoes. There are when I moved away from Hawaii, there were no sideburns around those horseshoes. So those are some spots in my head. I'm like, how the hell did you guys get through those? So if you don't mind, John, why don't you tell us? You're like taking the lead. What were you looking for? What was that?
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting to hear on the walkie-talkie from Dustin to let me know if there's any big semi trucks coming.
Oh wow.
And we kind of hugged the shoulder as much as we could. We only had like 20 inches of shoulder to work with, and in some spots where the bridges were, there was no shoulder, so we had to get onto the road and time it just right.
And moss
semi trucks, man, they would just fly right by you.
Yeah, they don't stop for anybody.
Almost blow you off track.
And for you guys that are unfamiliar with these gulches that we're talking about, these are like 20 inches and then it's a cliff. Like you're riding alongside of a cliff. Like not that the cliff is going down away from you, but you're hugging a big wall.
Right.
And you're between a cliff, lava rock wall and a semi truck.
Yeah.
And on moss. In Hilo, there's moss on the road too.
I was just going to ask, what was the most dangerous thing that happened during the ride? And then Lyle just kind of naturally took us there. Was there a specific thing that happened? Like, oh yeah, the Mack truck, or just like the way that there was a dancer answer? Is there a danger answer?
There's this one part at Ocean View where the shoulders was really tight and cars just love to fly it. And this one car, we were at a place where incoming cars were coming and a car coming behind us, and it was just a tight shoulder to where the mirror, I swear I was watching John and the mirror was just about to clip him in the back, and I'm like, yeah, that
we all felt that one touch us on the way by almost.
Dude, that would just think about that. A mirror clipping you at what, even 30? How fast do you think they were going?
50 minimum.
Oh,
for sure.
That's just
no, they're going like 60.
That's why Dustin needed to shower, because he soiled himself.
Pretty much.
Cold blood.
I got.
Jim has a
shower material.
Jim has an interesting observation that he's put into the chat about all of these riders. Do you want to take that one, Jim?
Well, yeah, it sounds like, when you get tourists to go to Hana and they go, oh, we'll just rent a car and go to Hana, and they drive that road, and all of a sudden they end up, later that night they're getting divorced because that road is so sketchy and so crazy. It sounds like you guys are doing the same thing over there.
I like that, and I appreciate you saying that, but that's not the observation that I saw you type into the chat about their facial hair.
That's another one. That all you guys have impressive hair, man. Just is it because you were so stoked the whole time? Impressive facial hair and just hair all in general, man. It's just it's
what he's saying is Jim and Luch are very jealous right
yeah,
now.
of course.
The flow
Look
that's
at-
going
look at
on
the
here
flow,
Super
man.
jealous.
on there
super
today.
jealous.
We tap into the power of the hair for definitely all the capabilities it's worth. For sensory awareness, it's a connection to the nervous system. So definitely helped me be the safety monitor in the back. I was always able to tell when that car was coming a little bit before it came over that hill.
Well, I'm glad you guys are okay. Lyle, what else do you have? Belly, do you have anything for these guys? You've been kind of just hanging out, and I don't mean to put you on the spot.
No, I mean these guys are absolutely killing it. I really enjoyed the energy they brought today, and I appreciate them coming on because it was great to kind of hear those stories. You almost can picture what they're talking about going around those curves, the team effort that they put into the ride. Congrats to those guys for doing such a cool thing.
Well, Belly, let's ask them. What do
Thank
you
you.
guys think at I don't know. Let's ask restaurant etiquette in Hawaii.
What?
If people bring their food, are people bringing their food into restaurants? Their own personal food, like it's a movie theater? Is that something that people do in Hawaii?
Not that I've seen.
Not that I see.
Belly, where
Yeah,
are you?
because
that
they're
this is
immediately
happening?
those people are immediately kicked out of the restaurant because they brought their own food.
Isn't that what you just went on a rant about people bringing their food into the restaurant?
Yeah, don't do it because I'll kick you out. Sorry.
Yeah, I can see that going sideways on you. People would be like, "What the hell are you doing, man?"
All right, what do we got? Do you have anything left for them, Lyle? These guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys making the time for us. Lyle, why don't you take us home?
All I have is just unreal aloha for these three brothers that just joined us from Hawaii. Much love, much aloha, brothers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hey, can I
Yeah,
say one more
good
quick thing?
thanks.
Please.
Of course.
I just want to say that it was just a really fun mission because I just think the main objective of it was just fun and adventure. And as all of us know, as one-wheel riders and enjoyers of it, that is something special that just comes out of that thing no matter what. When you step on it, even without a plan, it just kind of brings that out of you. And I just felt like that was just such a fun, motivating factor of the trip. And because of that was the mission, it was just able to be achieved and, just brought us out of it just feeling so content and, brings that kid energy back into us all. So that's why I just want everybody to know about these one wheels and the adventure of it. That is just a big inspiration and I feel full of life thanks to it. And thanks for sharing that and helping other people understand it.
Lyle, somehow I knew Dustin was
Yeah.
just going to come at it with some sort of ending stoke that we couldn't do ourselves. So thank you for booking these three dudes. Preston Fichot, John Carter, and Dustin. I have a question mark next to your last name. Dustin, give us your last names. Where can we find you?
My last name is Saunderson. I'm on Instagram as Fire Redbeard with 2 D's, FYAH.
Very good.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I've got Preston. Thank you very much, sir. You're on Instagram, too. Why don't you shout out your handle? I'm sure people are going to want to follow you.
It's just at Preston for show.
Okay, it's that easy. It's right there on the board. Oh, they can't see
Right
it.
there on the
With a dot in the middle.
with the dot in the middle. But
PRSSIN.
you'll find it.
Dot for sure. You'll find them. And of
You'll
course,
find it, but really shadow banned.
John Capono Carter. John, thank you for leading the challenge. Shout yourself out and get out of here, dude. You guys are the best.
Don Capono Carter on Instagram. JOHNKNOCAR.
One wheel done.
One of the best one-wheel follows. Go follow that guy.
We
now.
will. We'll
Amazing.
we'll
A-
post
a
that.
true
Yes.
stoke bloke, that guy.
Yeah, well, I'll post
Yeah.
all of those links in the description below. Thank you guys all for joining us. I appreciate you very much. We will be back
Aloha, brothers.
after this. I will see you, gentlemen and ladies, on the other side of a quick 30-second break. All right. Getting things organized over here. You know about what time it is. It's when I get mad at you because you haven't gone to streetshred.com. You've heard me say it, and a lot of my friends are sitting here going, thank you. Thank you for telling me about this, Adam. My ride has been completely enhanced since you've brought me over to, not the dark side, the light. I've shown them the light, and it is at streetshred.com. If you want that light, you can get some sort of Night Shark fender system where they've got lightings, they've got Viper pads. Jim's laughing at me because he knows I'm super excited about all the things that I get at streetshred.com, and I want you guys to enjoy them too. So head over there. They take care of us. Take care of them. Really do appreciate it. I have things to do. Jim, we did a fun recap. We had a fun Patrons Only podcast, excuse me. And I want you to maybe just take us through it. If people missed it, you can go to our patreon.com/TTR Studios LLC. What did we talk about last, Jim?
Burger King and the church, man. I mean, the two things that go great together, you know?
Woo! It was,
Wait, did somebody go into Burger King and ask for a Big Mac? What happened?
Absolutely. And then they got a sermon on how to treat their lady friends to extra fries and some Coca-Cola.
Burger King had a rough day on International Women's Day where they tweeted out, I'm sure if you're listening to this, you probably saw it. Belly, did you see what they tweeted on International Women's Day? Is he gone? No, he's gone. We lost him. All right. Well, either way, that would have been fun because he was like the listeners and he wasn't on the pop either. Belly, like I said, shows up when he's ready. And today, I mean, something more important must have happened. Nate, have you heard what did you see what Burger King tweeted yesterday?
I saw it, but there's so much stuff that comes like, I don't know, with the internet sometimes I'm like, oh, I saw that, but I didn't know if it was legit. I thought somebody just photoshopped and I just moved on. Was that legit?
Yeah, it was legit. They sent out a series of 3 tweets, the first one being on International Women's Day, women belong in the kitchen. And but see, now I'm not defending them at all. It's just the worst, like who in a meeting okayed that? But apparently Lyle was kind enough to let us know that then what they did in the next 2 tweets, so it was a series of 3 tweets, was like say how, of course, women have equal rights here in the kitchen along with men in our workplace. But what a horrible way to go about it. So I figured I would one-up them and show them something even better.
It just reminded me of last week's show.
Which is way worse. I don't want to say it's better because what it is actually toxic. And before we make a joke about it and laugh about this is actually terrible that this took place. And this person is very serious saying what they're about to say. I will give you a tease. What did you just say with that, Lyle? I didn't mean to stomp all over you.
I'm sorry I interrupted you, but it was just reminiscent of last week's show where it was like suspension and then all the way like to the 58-minute. Then, it was like clickbait. Women belong in the kitchen.
They were.
I'm not defending it in any way, shape, or form. I mean, that was they had a softball to hit, man, a grand slam, and it was a swing and miss.
It was this huge swing and miss. So can I give you some, maybe even a bigger swing and miss? This is a pastor in Missouri.
Hula.
It sounds like a Saturday Night Live skit. We talk about it all on the Patrons Only podcast. I will give you just a tidbit of what he has to say. And I hate to tell you guys, but this guy's actually serious.
He pulls out his sword and he whacks.
Well, every time I click a button, it goes to the wrong starting spot.
Now look, I'm not saying every woman can be the epic or change your hairstyle.
Hold on.
Now look, I'm not saying every woman can be the epic trophy wife of all time, like Melania Trump. I'm not saying that at all. Now, most women can't be trophy wives, but you know, like her, maybe you're a participation trophy. I don't know, but all I can say is not everybody looks like that. Amen. Not everybody looks like that. But you don't need to look like a butch either. Hey, here's something you need to know. You need to know this. Men have a need for their women to look like women.
So I'll just leave it there. I can't listen to it anymore. I'm sorry. I just can't.
When he asked for the amen, did anyone catch that only one person in the whole background goes, amen?
It's the best.
Voices. There's 2 voices.
He does this and he goes through this whole thing. It's a 22-minute clip. And at the end, he's just like, can I get an amen? And there's just like, amen? Like, so afraid to get on his train, and they absolutely should be. I hate to laugh about that. No, I've already heard that.
I hope they don't get a tax break, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Just the worst.
He's on some kind of leave now or something.
Is he? I'm sure of course he is. He better be on some sort of leave.
They call that the doghouse from what I know.
Do we have Justin Thompson with us? How's he doing?
Yeah.
He's ready? Justin Thompson joins the show. All right, Justin, come on here. What's up, bud? It's been a while since we've had you. I miss you. How you been, man?
You too, man. I'm good. I'm digging the fact that you you're expressing your right to bear arms.
Yeah, they're very shiny. Do you like that? I just polished them.
Yeah, I was like, they look fresh out of the machine.
Out of the casing.
Can we do this real quick?
Fresh off the
Out of the
production
winter.
line.
Can we do this? I'd like to get the social media lounge involved in the show. Somebody, Belly, go ahead and take care of your people in there. And I want them to start piping in Adam's arms look like X. And it should just be something that's very, very, very white or shiny. Go ahead and make fun of it. Pipe it into the chat. Belly's gone. So, Jim, you will be the one who is looking at that. Adam's arms look like X.
Nate's in there already. Nate's got
Okay.
this.
All right,
Nate
Nate's
can do
got
it.
this. So, Justin, what's going on with Float
And
Life
Nate, you
Festival?
were wrong. It's not mongooses, by the way.
Oh man.
Find out later if it's mongoose. Justin
It's
Thompson,
not mongoose either.
get out of here. Tell me about Float Life 4.
All right. Yeah. Lots of things happening. I guess it's been a while. So, yeah, Float Life 4, we are in the works right now. We are getting things super dialed in. We new venue this year. As I'm sure a lot of people have noticed, we are going to be doing it in Bentonville, Arkansas this year.
Wait, what? No rebranch?
No Rebe. No, we're doing it a little different. We got Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve
Wow, nice.
out in Bentonville, and it's amazing. We're working with the town of Bentonville, Visit Bentonville, and we're working with Bike Bentonville, the big mountain bike conglomerate group there in Bentonville. And so it's really cool. It's been really interesting, and just trying to work with the mountain bikers and the town there to make sure that we're okay to be there, and kind of jumping through just to, they want everybody there, but they want to make sure that that we're included in that. And so it's been really cool. It's been really refreshing, especially when I see posts and things recently in mountain bike trails of riders getting kicked out, things like that. These guys are awesome. They're an amazing Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve is amazing. Definitely check it out online. It's incredible if you have never been there. It's going to open up loads more clinics, loads more trails, loads more activities, beautiful facilities. There's not nearly as much camping. We won't, with COVID, I've kind of, I'm trying to steer a little bit clear of like the mass camping. Trying to do everything we can as far as doing this safely. So we are we're working on through all that as well. We did Float Life FLF 3.5 last September, and we were able to pull that off with about 120 people, 130 people, masked up, everything, and it went really well. It was a short notice announcement, but a really fun event. And yeah, so we're kind of moving things around. We do have some other cool things in the works that that'll be happening soon, which will be announced soon. And I'm kind of going to keep it at that on those, but expect more one wheel racing in the next year.
All
for
right,
sure.
we're gonna do a whole show with you because we just had a quick hit. We just wanted to get you on for a little quick update. I want to do a whole segment with you later on, maybe a month or two or from now when you have more things that you can announce. But this is super helpful because I wanted the people to get an idea of what it's going to be. Do you have a date out there yet?
Yeah. It's actually all on the website at floatlifefest.com.
Hell yeah.
And all the information is there. Tickets, I just put tickets up for sale 2 days ago. I hadn't even really announced it yet, but tickets are selling. I want to shout out to Eric Schmitz for being the very first ticket buyer, and
there you go.
Robert Allen for being number 2.
That doesn't surprise
Guys are
anybody.
amazing. And just saw some other tickets went out today, so I think people are finding out about it or just checking the website and seeing that they're there. Basically, it will be Thursday through Sunday this year. We will still have a one wheel Wednesday night, so I kind of tell people it's almost a week-long event. We are going to be raging all week from Wednesday till Sunday. So,
but some might say biggest news breaking out of this quick hit. Don't expect a tent. Get an Airbnb.
Airbnb, there's tons of stuff there.
Okay.
It's really affordable.
Hey, we can throw down.
It's a great town.
I can
there
throw down
are
in an Airbnb.
limited amounts of tent camping on site, but literally about 40 left total.
Awesome.
So there's not many, and that's just single camping. It's $90 for the whole 4 days to camp out there per person, and but it's very limited as far as the camping. But they have beautiful facilities out there. There's no more porta-johns. We have beautiful, well, there'll probably be some porta-johns, but very nice toilets, very nice hot showers on campus there. And then amazing venue in itself. They have a park called the Airship where we'll have beers, we'll have music, we'll have a big field that everybody can hang out in. All the trails are right there. We also have another place called Kohler Grove at the top where we'll have our vendor village, and we'll be doing, working with all the third party aftermarket vendors and all the sponsors and everyone, and kind of getting everybody in there. And yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. I'm really excited. Our goal is to have 1,000 one-wheelers there this year.
It's happening, not only because it's first of all, it's the birthplace of Walmart, but also,
it is.
Jim, take it away.
Birthplace of Walmart, your average temperatures in September are going to be 85. That rarely dips into the 70s overnight, so bring your clothes to enjoy that sunshine.
It's going to be nice.
Weather on the 35s, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a beautiful place, and the trails are epic. I mean, there's nothing that compares to Bentonville trail-wise.
Thank you so much, Justin.
Cheers.
Dude, you're the best for joining us. We're going to get you on for another whole, actual full interview when we've got more details. We just wanted to get people excited, and you've done just that, so... Thank you, brother.
Man. Well, thank you. You guys made me stoked. I appreciate you always.
Anytime,
Justin,
sir.
thank you, my brother, so
Thank you,
much.
sir.
This is going to be awesome.
It's going to be great. And if you haven't been to a Float Life Fest like me, this is the one that you need to go to. I know people are sitting there saying, Adam, how have you never been? I work on the weekends. It's tough, okay? It's the only time it's like what? Justin's yelling at me. What? Say it again.
Oh, I said you're that close every year to making it.
I know. I'm like that close. And maybe this is the year. I hope it is. But if you're out there, I will tell you right now, there are a few things in my life that I regret. I feel like I live my life to the fullest. I can absolutely say one of my biggest regrets is that I have not attended one of these yet. It seems like just such a freaking blast. And everybody who goes has a great time. Except for Yabra. But we're not going there. So...
I think he could have a great time if he comes back.
Justin, thank you, brother.
He's a good guy.
We've got to.
All right, y'all.
Move it on. Later,
y'all have
buddy.
fun.
All right, Justin, aloha, brother.
All right, so Lyle, we've got, what is this? That was Justin. We've got Skates for All coming up. Is Belly back just before we get anywhere?
No, he's not back yet. I know he was waiting for some important phone calls. He made me aware of it before the show.
Oh.
And so
why tell the host? Why tell the host? I'm only driving. I mean, no big deal.
Because he's smart. He tells the producer. He knows what's going on.
All right, very good. So is Nate here? Do I have Nate? I miss Nate. Nate, I feel like has just been sitting there patiently. Let's check in with Fordged.
Nate is all over the social media lounge.
What's going on in the social media lounge, Nate?
Adam's arms are looking like, from myself, look like when you've been inside all winter and now trying to build your summer tan.
Yeah.
I feel like there's always this this range of when the weather starts getting warmer, you start seeing more shorts and more tank tops. And obviously everybody's just trying to get into that summer tan feel, It's like there's gonna be that growing time where you're trying to build your summer look. So I get that.
Here's the deal. And Lyle, I think you can attest. Go ahead, Lyle.
My favorite one from social media lounge, Nate. I don't know if you saw this one, but Adam, thanks for reminding me I need to go get milk.
Oh, that's perfect.
You're so welcome. I'm here to please. All right. So is everybody here? Do we have the interview? Everybody's all set?
We do. We're having a little bit of an issue. Hopefully they can hear us. Dan, we need you to rearrange the orientation is locked on us, but we have Craig and Daniel with us.
All right, very good. Well, let's talk to Dan because it seems like Dan is the instigator for all the skates and the skates for all. So, Dan, you are coming at us sideways. Everybody just turn your damn head. Listen to him, man.
Here, hold on. Let's see if I can do this.
Yeah,
there we go.
there it
I'll
is.
Just hold it.
Dan, everybody.
Now, if you turn it back again, it'll go. It's a bug. Yeah.
So, Dan, everybody's been clamoring and saying, I can't believe you're having him on the show. This dude's great. Why are you so great?
I'm not great. It's
bullshit. Sorry, pardon my French.
No. To be honest, it's people like Craig and things like that inspired me to do what I do. And a gentleman by the name of Rodney, who runs Fresno Skateboard Salvage, who inspired me. It's like, do I read a book? Do I start a charity to get skateboards to kids? That was literally the decision.
Well, tell us what you do. Give me the details. What is this?
And that's I don't consider myself great. I just try to be the channel by which we get boards to kids.
My apologies. Yeah, I didn't mean to step all over you. That was a Zoom delay. Adam just fined $5.
Yeah.
But no, tell us what you do. I want to know about this charity. It sounds awesome.
Okay. Yeah. So Skateboards for All. We're just about to launch our site in March or early April, by the way. But what we do is our main focus right now is getting boards and equipment to kids that need it. Some of those come through channels like Officer Craig and things like that, where we're just giving it directly to the community. But the main channel is to work with Youth Care Seattle, which is a homeless youth advocacy organization that works with homeless clients. And one of their most requested things is skateboards. And so we try to get those together and get them out, because it's more than just, all the reasons we love one-wheeling and skateboarding. It's about, literal life-changing transformation, being able to get from point A to point B a little bit faster, being able to have fun, stuff like that. So that's what we do, is just get boards in the hands of kids that need them.
What is the best trick that you've seen somebody do on a board that you've given? Who's like the most badass? You know what I mean? Like some kid that was just like, oh damn.
There's a kid back in Pennsylvania. So first, threw it out there on Instagram, got hit up by a kid in Ohio and a kid in Pennsylvania, got him boards, and the kid in Pennsylvania sent back footage of him doing a tray flip. So apparently he knows what he's doing. The kid in Ohio didn't send any pictures, but he broke the board really quickly. So, there's that too.
So let's get Craig in here. Craig, do they have to? No, well, Lyle, I didn't mean to. I just want to get Craig real quick and see. Do they need
Wait, Craig who though, Adam?
Damn it, Lyle! Come on.
No.
Craig Namaumi.
Craig knows. This is a cruel joke us Hawaiians like to play with people. So Craig who,
is
Adam?
Is it Namaumi? That's not it.
Hanaumi.
How do you say it?
Hanaumi.
Oh, not even close. Okay.
Wahula.
Craig, do these kids need different level boards or trucks, or they just get on whatever and they're just glad to ride?
It depends. And when you say kids, there's a lot of old people who skate too. So,
I don't know why I keep saying kids.
Like
yeah,
us,
anybody. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, don't forget about us old people.
I'm going to go sit in the corner. Lyle, can you just something's wrong with me. I need to take a 2-minute timeout. Lyle, I'm going to go
I was just tripping actually, Dan, when you talked about you guys are in Seattle, Washington, and that was I'm from Hawaii, and so close to my heart a little bit, and closer than Fairfax, Virginia, obviously. And I go, I'm just tripping out now over what you just said, that you shipped a board to Pennsylvania. That's right up the street from us here, literally right up I-95. How does that happen? What is going on? How did it start? How did it grow legs? How the hell are you shipping a board to Pennsylvania?
And how can people help?
So it started by conversations with Craig and my friend Troy from a place called Monster and Sea and Rodney, where I was like, should I even do this? But those two kids were the first ones to hit me up. And so I shipped boards across the country out of pocket. I was out of my own stock that I just had sitting around collecting dust in the garage, and quickly realized I'm not going to be able to bankroll this. So I started looking locally. Well, the hard part about Seattle is, it rains a significant chunk of the year. So started it in August. By September, I was like, a couple of boards to Craig, so that he could get them out to the community, another board here, another board there locally. But I was really looking for a place where we could push a ton of stuff. And California, like what Rodney does, is he goes to the skate park in Fresno because it's sunny all the time. And I know that because I was born there. But I go, how am I going to do that here? Because now it's the rainy season up here. And with the day job and things like that, I'm not able to get out there as often. Quick conversation while I was picking up some gear from 35th North, which is a local skate shop, for my daughter's Christmas present. And they said, hey, you should talk with Youth Care Seattle, because there's a guy who's down there trying to do some work, and they've done some work with him too. And that became the main channel. So now we're working with them as the main channel to get stuff out. And once we roll the site and we get more donations, finances coming in, then we can look at expanding it. I mean, if I had my wishes, we'd be able to start shipping all over the U.S., but we'll see how it grows.
So
We're starting small.
You're talking about working with Craig. So, Craig, are you with another organization and not Skates for All? I think we lost Craig.
I'm gonna hope.
Maybe Daniel can answer
No,
this.
I thought we had him.
Yeah, if you don't have him, I'll
there we
start. Is he jumping in?
Yeah, try him now.
Yeah.
All right, Craig, you're with a different organization, and that was news to me here as well. But explain what you guys are doing there.
Yeah. Well, I'm not with, I mean, I work for the Bellevue Police Department, first of all, in Washington.
Oh,
And,
okay.
I'm born and raised on Oahu, and I moved up here in 06. And like most kids, or a lot of kids back in the 80s who saw the Bones Brigade, Search for Animal Chin, Future Primitive, Public Domain. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then those are all iconic skateboard videos that came out in Betamax and VHS days of the first generation of skateboarders in the 80s: Tony Hawk, Steve Caballero, Lance Mountain, Tommy Guerrero, Mike McGill, Mike Vallely. And so I'm from that generation of skateboarding. And we didn't have any parks back then. We had just ditches and schools and businesses. And my journey took a 25-year retirement. And then I came back to skateboarding a couple of years ago as a police officer. And just from riding around on my board in my work clothes, I got a lot of attention nationally and I guess internationally. And I ended up collaborating with some super cool people like Mike Vallely, who's an iconic skateboard.
Oh, yeah.
Originally from New Jersey, moved to Long Beach, and world famous. And he ended up sending me some boards from about 2018 till now. He sent probably about 25 boards to me from his company Street Plant that I've given away to people in the community. And then I partnered with Dan, who has donated wheels, trucks, bearings, and bolts, grip tape. So great, perfect partnership, because like you can't skate a board. You could skate a board by itself, I guess, if you were in the snow, just like cruising like a snowboard, but
kind of rough.
Nobody wants to do that.
A little bit rough, as we say, yeah.
A little bit rough.
You need the hardware. A little bit, all kind, but you need the hardware, right? And Dan had the hardware. We collaborated a bunch. Gave away Mike Vallely's skateboards with Dan's donated trucks and wheels and bearings, and it's been great.
Awesome.
Nate, what do you got for him?
I just think of all the times that when I was skateboarding, I pretty much started when I was about 13 and watching Mike. I, for the longest time, called him Mike Valley because I didn't even know there was an extra L in there, Mike Vallely. But watching that guy do the beat down on so many people. If you've ever watched him fighting on YouTube when he was a little bit younger and a little bit more wild, I would highly recommend just pulling up YouTube and watching some of those fights he's gotten into because they are insane.
I actually have a little bit of commentary on this. You were talking about skateboard movies, Craig. I want to share the screen and then show something to our friends here. This is what came up to me. When I haven't seen any skateboard movies, but I remember this movie about rollerblades. Anybody remember Airborne? You guys remember that in the social media lounge?
I've never seen this.
Come on, Lyle. Come on.
The tie-dye shirt is glorious, though.
This movie was amazing. Social media
I've
lounge.
never
I know
seen
you
that.
feel me.
No one's ever seen that. How are you the only person that's ever seen that?
Is that Belly? Is he back, Belly? You know you've seen this. Come on, you love this.
No, I haven't seen that movie. Sorry.
All right. Well, very good. At least
Missed
I tried.
it.
The words on the box are, what is it? Mitchell became the most popular guy on earth once he took to the sky.
Hey, listen.
In the rollerblades. Like that just seems so
I do apologize for bringing that into your life. All right. Well, listen, dudes. How can we all?
One other thing that I discovered doing some research on Craig. Craig, you're a BJJ practitioner as well, and that you're training others, and that's another way that you're just influencing the community and just showing that it's not all bad guys.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu, self-defense is universally appreciated, and like I said, I just use all my hobbies to do as outreach: skateboarding, jiu-jitsu, trombone, ukulele.
Trombone.
Dude.
Trombone.
So trombone.
Wait, what? Next time, solo trombone.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna need out of you guys. Well, listen, I gotta ask you how we can get the people to help you. Is there a way that they can donate or get on board with this cause? Dan?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, it's just Instagram. It's Skates SK8 for all. And I think you guys have the link to that. And then there's going to be a site launching, like I said, late March, early April, called Skateboards for All, which I'll have a link in my bio. You can hit me up on Instagram via DA Brown or via Skates for All. And they can donate cash if you want to send us gear. However you want to help spread the stoke and spread aloha, we're good with.
But Daniel, you're gonna have to take our website out of your profile and put your own. What is this? That's amazing. But get that out of there.
I don't want to put a coming soon, so I try to give visibility to those things that people are working on that are spreading the aloha. So you guys included.
Craig and Dan, thank you guys for joining us. Really, for taking the time. Craig, keep doing fighting the good fight out there, man. We appreciate you.
Mahalo.
Mahalo, Craig.
To both of you. Thank you, Dan. All right, guys. Awesome job. As always, man, today is fun and it's flying by. We haven't even gotten to Nate's top 3. It's coming up here next, so don't worry, folks. He is stretching in the Zoom. He's ready to go. He's pointing to the name on the back of his jersey. He's feeling it, and so are you. If you haven't been watching, where are you? What are you doing? We've been doing a top 3 for the last, since we started season 5, and it's fun. It's awesome. Nate takes some time putting it together. There is a waterfall as a theme today. We've showed a Hawaii waterfall. We will show you a different waterfall, and it's not even the best fall. Is Belly back with us? Do we have him in our lives?
Yeah. I started getting phone calls. People don't want. I swear, it's like the timing of things never wants me to be on.
I told you, you're just extremely important, and it's really playing into your character here of being way too big for the show. And glad you're back. But is everything good? Are you okay?
Yeah, no, just some insurance things calling me about the old finger of mine. Getting that all taken care of.
But give us one of these just so we know you're good. Let us see it. Finger us, Belly. Ooh, that's flat.
How's the feeling in the tip? Can you feel the tip?
Just the tip?
Nope.
Just the tip. Got it.
No tip. No tip.
Feel the tip, huh? Dang.
All right. Well, good luck, buddy. I hope you can soon.
Is it in?
We've got to get to Nate Forged. Spuick.
Is
Spuick
away
Nate.
from the thing.
Yeah, Spuick. There it is.
Goes away during game time.
AFK.
Go figure.
Is he gone?
How's it going there?
He's going. Hey, you sat here for 51 minutes.
Oh,
Nate.
Perfect cut.
Nate.
Perfect cut.
We sat here for 51 minutes doing nothing and so patient.
I know. I knew that was going to happen.
You caught him at the perfect moment.
I think I heard his dryer buzzer go off, and
something like that.
Oh, Nate, take us through. Here it comes, man. Let me share your screen. It is time for you to do your thing, and so
Top
can you.
3 of the week. Always my favorite time of the week. Y'all know this.
Boy. All right, have fun. Here we go.
Kicking off the number 1 spot, Floaty McFly. If you guys, of course, are not following him on Instagram, he is the current holder of the Race with a Rail champ. Seriously, this line he strings
This
together
part
is
right here,
glorious.
oh boy.
Right up the steps, sticking it, rolls around to, of course, drop down on the steps.
Like it's nothing.
Literally just one banger after the next. It's just glorious. Like I said, Floaty McFly on Instagram. He's a great follow. Dude shreds. Obviously, you can tell.
Man, that was
Number 2,
incredible.
Has anybody ever sat like this on the fender? Swirly J. I saw this and I was like, I feel like I'd like to challenge somebody to do this. It looks very dangerous.
My legs are burning just thinking about being that
My
low.
nuts are burning. Are you kidding? That's terrible on my sack.
And our number 3, Shane 50 with the wheel dive right in. Oh, it just the dive in and just plunk. Look at that, and you can see that it floats. This is the one thing that's nice about the one wheel. It's essentially just a big, pocket of air with that wheel. So that's nice. I would definitely notice the guy in the back as well. Watch this as he's just right into the ground. This is a perfect clip because there's so much to digest. Water goes in, and everybody eats it. That's the
Oh
top.
my goodness.
It's the best, man. Nate, thank you so much for doing that. I know it takes a lot to put those together each week, and you do such a good job of it. So I just wanted to say thank you. Were there any notes from that? You got to have fun putting those together. Can people send them to you?
So you can either send your clips to me directly on Instagram. That's at Fordged with the D, or you can just use the hashtag TTR Top 3. Or I guess, send them to me or hashtag. That's the best way to do it.
I have to address a conspiracy theory that's bouncing up in the social media lounge now. Matt, I'd like to thank you that you think we're that coordinated that we could stage Nate running in the way he just did. This is real life, my brother.
Believe
we can
me.
unscript that shit.
It worked out well. I missed what happened. So.
I like that you think so highly of us, though. I got to appreciate
Honestly,
that.
what an entrance to the top 3 this week of Nate running in to get it in.
I need to get
With
that.
the red sweater. I thought he was going to eat shit. Like, I thought
Flip over my charger.
One wheel charger.
Nosedive.
The cup.
If it was staged, there would have been a nosedive for sure.
I have something good for you guys. Hey, since we're on a fun, Jim put something in the chat that I wanted to play for everybody. If I could do that, Jim, I'm gonna share the screen with you guys, and then I want you to kind of take this one away. Hold on a second. Let's do this. I'm just gonna set this up for everybody, and Jim's gonna take this one away.
Oh, am I? All right, here we go.
Yeah, prepare yourself. Here you go, folks. Okay, get that out of there. And Jim, where did you find this?
All right, so this is on one of my friends' pages. He's all, hey, you got to bump up your sales game, man. And I was like, well, how do I do that? He's all, well, here you go.
Crack-a-lackin' motherfuckers, Andrew with Yates Auto Sales. Ain't made a video to the fucking town flooded. Rains anymore, tell you what, I'm gonna sell these hunks of shit and start selling fucking boats. Anyway, hey, beautiful day, birds are chirping, the bitches are squirting, and then fucking refunds are turning, boys. Yates Auto Sales. We've got cars, trucks, anything you want from $5.99 to $69.999 or whatever the fuck. I don't care. Hey, anyway, all you bitches waiting on there. Oh, why she talk like that? That's mean. He need to get fired. For one, I own the fucking place, so you can't fire me, so suck it, bitches. For two, you broke bitches couldn't sell pussy on a troop train. Anyway, I got cars, trucks, everything, folks. 1625 South Main Street. Give us a call, 877-289.
that 360 spin at the end. Oh boy.
Jim, how is that sat in our well for 2 weeks? We've been sitting on that, man. Good find.
So you look at his actual Facebook page, and he's got tons of videos like that where he's selling his cars and living the best life, man.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that.
That's top salesman material.
All right, folks, we've had a blast with you today. Thank you for joining us on the Voice of Onewheel. We do this every week, Wednesdays at noon Eastern. Next Wednesday, we are going to do it at 6 p.m. at night, or at least somewhere in the nighttime. I'm putting that out there, hopefully. Next week's show, I'd like to do that at night. Do we think we can do that? Is that something like we could maybe hint at?
Heck yeah.
Somebody just enjoyed it. All right, well, we'll see.
Amen.
I want to start trying to get more people included. I know a lot of people can't watch live at noon, so I'm going to try to change it around. If it isn't next week, it'll be soon, I promise.
Sorry, Luch. I'm sorry. I'm just finding it hard to believe you're going to stay up past your bedtime like that.
6:15, he's out.
These guys are like, can we have a meeting at 6:30? I'm like, no, too late. All right. Well, thank you for Lyle, who put this together, and Jim, who does a lot in the background. You guys really just crushed it this week. Belly is a part of this. Come find us on the Patreon page, patreon.com/TTR Studios LLC. Peace out. Later, guys.
Aloha.
Aloha.